It's been a rough 10 weeks for The Bachelorette. And it'll all end with the season finale tonight. Season 12 has been a roller coaster, ups and downs.
Poor Jojo having to snog a different guy each night. Nick knows nothing about any of this, but we're going to tell him all about it. Joining us now is our senior Bachelorette analyst, Jack Sheahan. Thank you so much for being with us, Jack.
Thanks for having me.
Please brief this man.
We are. We got to get him up to. First of all, we got the rose for the.
Is he not the most unlikely Bachelorette?
Well, you know, this is our shtick here.
There are Bachelorette fans everywhere.
Exactly. It's a growing community. As you know, Nick, as you said, Nick's a complete novice, but that's okay. Diane and Candace were here the entire season. Much like something else that's going on right now, this season there were tears, there were jeers, threats of violence, desperate pandering. 2 dudes left. Let's see how we got to where we are. The Bachelorette is Jojo Fletcher. Quote, bring on the men. 26 of them in all. Daniel. This is the traditional drunk guy on the first night.
Oh, wow.
We'll call this weirdo the producer's pick. Jordan Rodgers, who is the younger brother of Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Rodgers gets the first impression rose. This season's villain is Chad Johnson.
By the time she gets on a date with me, she'll see that I'm way better than all the other guys.
We're going to call this guy Ocho Cinco. They called him a complete jerk. And they said that he had taken the term meathead to a whole other level. Off to the wilds of Pennsylvania, one-on-one date with Jojo and Luke. The real fun was had in a hot tub out there in the middle of the woods. We're going to play some football. No one was all that good at it. The 2-on-1 date, Alex versus Chad.
Alex, we accept this vote.
Well, so much for Ocho Cinco.
Bye, Chad.
Back where the guys were hanging out, these guys were partying like England just won the European Championship. Off to Uruguay, Jordan and Jojo. They're talking about Jordan's past. He says, I'm going to quote, I'm falling in love with you, Robbie. It went really, really well, especially when you're stripping off on the rocks. Robbie, he goes, I'm falling in love with you, Jojo. The quarterfinal round.
Oh, okay.
All taking place in Buenos Aires, Argentina. 2-on-1 date, Derek and Chase. A 2-man tango with Jojo as sort of playing the role as the ping pong ball. Chase. Derek, thankfully, is gone. There were 4 guys left. Chase, Jordan, our man Robbie, and Luke. This is Chase's hometown. He said that he's falling in love with Jojo. Jordan's hometown.
Where's Aaron?
Where is Aaron? He's not really close with the family.
Oh.
Frankly, nothing happened. Robbie's hometown, things got a little dicey when Robbie went to talk to his mom. Roommate of Robbie's ex, who was kicking up a fuss about the fact that Robbie broke up just to go on the show. Luke's hometown, Luke just couldn't get to the I love you part. Rose ceremony, Luke calls a timeout. He lays on the I love you thing. And Jojo, cue the meltdown. Too late, Luke.
Bye-bye,
Luke has got to go. Off to Thailand. Jojo and our man Robbie. There was foot massaging going on. They wind up in the fantasy suite. Jojo and Jordan, there was sweating. Things are going well for Jordan. Jojo and Chase, they wind up in the fantasy suite. Chase finally lays on the I love you thing. Jojo's got to call a timeout. Chase, you got to go. Rose ceremony. Chase, makes like a soccer fan and invades the ceremony. By this point, frankly, it's academic. The analyst is going to say that Robbie, the former competitive swimmer, who we saw drinking wine straight from the bottle, Robbie is the guy who will be down on one knee proposing marriage to Jojo. Yeah, how about that? Robbie?
You still going with Robbie?
Of course, you got to. I am this close.
I'm
this
so not
close
going with Robbie.
They all look the same. It doesn't matter, does it?
Well, yeah. I mean, if Robbie wins, the Analyst has picked the winner of this competition 2 seasons in a row.
You gotta be a beefcake to get this girl, Jojo. These men are muscle bound. They're perfectly groomed. They spend more time in the mirror than I do. I don't spend much, but.